All right, hello, we're back. We're on YouTube for another review video of high value English review. Number what? Number 11. All right. And so yeah, this is a review video of a lesson that I give often to my students here in Japan, but I'm not going to give the full lesson about it. If you want a more deep explanation of this topic, which are the nil words. I call them the nil words, like nothing, nobody, no one, nowhere, none. Is that all of them? Nobody, nothing, nowhere, none, no one. Yeah. Yeah, so these words which they mean zero of something. So zero of something. I'll only give a brief kind of a little piece of advice that, in Japan, the way there are words that communicate the same meaning in Japanese, but the grammar is more like, I didn't eat nothing for breakfast. So in Japanese, actually the verb, it has a negative, and then the word for nothing is there too, is for nothing. So that's why it's a little bit tricky. In English, we say, I ate nothing. I ate nothing. So that's a little bit, I think that's maybe sometimes tricky to understand, that the verb is positive and we use this word here to mean zero. Okay. But anyway, yeah, there's a deeper explanation in the video in the description. So click on that if you want a longer version. And also, do leave your example sentences in the comments. If you're watching this video, I do help my students in the comments. Also, like this video if you like it, and then subscribe if you want to see more. Okay, so anyway, let's go to these examples. These are example exercises for a PDF text workbook I've made for my students, but if you don't have that, don't worry, I'll just write the exercises here. So number 1, every weekend after a busy week, I love sitting on the couch and doing absolutely blah blah. Okay. So every weekend I love sitting on the couch and doing something. You could, so this here, some kind of noun goes here, like my homework, right? Or doing absolutely my homework. Doing, well here, yeah, the word we're going to say is nothing. Okay. And yeah, that means zero things, no things, nothing. All right. You could imagine that back in time, maybe they said no things, right? That's you could say that I have no things for, Christmas presents. I have no things for Christmas. I have no things for, I don't know. It sounds strange, but yeah, that does work. I have no presents. But I think eventually they realized, they say no thing, nothing, nothing. It became a word at some point in English or British history, maybe. Okay, so that's number 1. Let's see, number 2, blah, blah, remembered my birthday. So I sat at home and sang happy birthday to blah, blah. Okay. Let's see. So here is a subject, and so remembered, that's something a human does. So let's say, you could say, my friends remembered my birthday. So I sat at home and sang happy birthday to, and so I sat at home and I sang. Well, that doesn't make sense. We're going to change it to, this topic this week, which would be nobody remembered my birthday. 0 people, right? 0 people. So body means, yeah, human people, human characters. So 0 people remembered my birthday. So I sat at home and sang happy birthday to, you might think here, to nobody again. Maybe that's what maybe my students might think. I sat at home and I sang happy birthday to nobody. But why would I, if it's my birthday, why would I sing happy birthday? That you usually, if it's your birthday, you don't sing. Other people sing for you. So in this case, if nobody's there, the answer would be sang happy birthday to myself. Yikes. Imagine that. Okay. Turn this light on. So there we go. So nobody is there. Nobody remembers. I sat at home. I sang to myself. Yeah, pretty sad situation there. Number 3. Put the numbers here. Number 3. Dorothy clicked her heels together and said, there's no blah blah like home. And then she woke up to her loving family. Okay, so this is a famous movie line. So we know, I said it, already gave it away. There's no blah blah like home. This is another topic here. So like, that joins this object and this object are the same or very, very similar. And here it's saying there is 0 something like home. So home, we can imagine the answer here is there's no place. There's no place like home. So 0 places are the same or are similar enough to my house, to my home. There's no place like home. Let's see if can I make another one? There is no person more special than you, for example. So notice here, yeah, the no person, yeah, they do that. So nothing is, or nobody is, or no one is. So yeah, even though these are all 0, we still use the third person, single is. So yeah, there is no person. Was no one there? No one was. No one is. Yeah, there is no person more special than you, right? So this means, yeah, 0 more special than you equals 0. People more special than you? No one, or 0. Okay. So, yep, Dorothy clicked her heels together, said no place like home. That's how she woke up. Let's keep going. The next one is number 4. You're not going to do that. I bought a bag of cookies yesterday, but when I got home from work, blah blah bag was opened and I got blah blah. Let's see. Now, yeah, I try to make these more tricky as they go on. So this is number 4. So I bought a bag of cookies yesterday, but when I got home from work, blah blah bag was open and I got now here. So how do I explain this? So we're introducing a bag of cookies. Okay, so a bag. Now here you have bag again. So we know that this is countable. Bag, bags, 2 bags, 3 bags. So we know something has to go here. So this is part of our previous lesson. The answer is the bag, right? The bag that I had introduced before. Little review here. You could say it was opened. But when I got over it was opened. Yeah, that is, I do understand it, but you have a couple nouns here. You got bag, cookies, home, work. Those are 4 different nouns. So it does make sense just to make it clear the bag, as you've got, just so we know that this first item was opened. So that makes sense to do. Bag's open. And I got, okay, so you're looking at a bag. It's open. You get home. And I got, the answer is none. Okay, none. Now this is I'll do a little bit, try to review here. So none, this means no cookies, right? Or you could say, maybe it means, in the old times, maybe it means no, or not one. Not one. What is one? One, we can, I got, I bought, I got. We can know one means cookie, not one. And maybe they said, well, not one, not one, not one, none, none, which means 0 of that item I said before. You could also say, I got nothing, but that's the difference. Nothing means 0 of anything. None means 0 of something you said before, something introduced or the listener understands already. Okay, so if someone said, my friend asked me for a quarter to buy a drink, but I had none, right? I guess you could say I had no money. That might be more natural. Ask me for ask me, I have, I guess ask for maybe a pencil. A pencil to take the test, but I had none. Pencil to take a test, but I had none. Yeah, that's, you could say that none means 0 of this. If you said nothing, that means you have 0 of anything. You have no bag, no, no paper, no pen, no pencil, like, no shoes, no clothes, like nothing. So that's the difference. Nothing means 0 of anything. When we say none, this means of no pencils. That's what none, not one. Okay, so the answer here is, I got none. I hope that makes sense. Number 5. Blah, blah. Of the kids in my class got Valentines, but my mom called the school angrily because I got blah, blah. This is, okay, another tricky one. So blah, blah of the kids in my class got Valentines. So just like we said before, none of something. So you might think, oh, that goes none. That sounds like none. None of the kids in my class got Valentines, but my mom called the school angrily because I got, I got none here? Well, wait a second. What? So let's see. Now this makes more sense. My mother is angry. She calls the school. I got 0, which means this makes sense. 0 Valentines, which are cards on Valentine's Day. I got 0. So this sounds right. We'll keep this here. But so this doesn't make sense. Blah, blah of the kids in my class got Valentines. So the answer here is all. All the kids got Valentines, but my mom called the school because I got none. So all the kids got, I got 0. Another sad situation. Okay. Let's see. So that's 2 more questions here. What do you typically have no time for? Like, I don't know. That's a hard one. Let's make up an answer. So, I never have time to exercise because I'm so busy with with work and keeping my students happy. right? So what do you... Oop, what the heck? What happened? What do you typically have no time? So this means, yeah, in the present tense, usual situation, no time. Well, I never have time. So that means into the past, now, and into the future. I never have time for exercise, to exercise. All right, let's look at another one. What do you know absolutely nothing about, but you are interested to learn more? I know nothing about, I don't know, dentistry. So I'm interested to learn how the first, dentistry, how the first dentists learned and practiced on people who were suffering from bad, from problems in their mouths. All right, so I know nothing. Well, I guess I don't know. I know some. You have to clean them and what happens. But in this case, you could say I know nothing about dentistry. So, yeah, that's a hard one. It's hard to think of something you know nothing about. I don't know. Yeah, what's your answer? Put it in the comments. That's a good length video. So again, subscribe to this channel and like this video, and also check the full version of this lesson in the description. And also, yeah, if you like, leave your own version to one of these questions in the comments, and I'll try to help you there. We'll see you in the next video.